Celebrity Survivor 2006, the next Australian Survivor season that they tried to do before they decided to go to the current number 10 version, and it's a weird season, honestly, to where I think there are some fantastic moments, and there are some moments that could have potential to be possibly the next Survivor Gabon, which, for those who don't know, which is of course season 17 on US, it's basically a season that's so batshit clusterfucky. That's a weird thing to do, but it's a season that's just so crazy, off kilter, and just insane, whether it be from the cast, the production, certain moments, and certain elements, that it loops back around to being that would be terrible on paper, but it loops around to be amazing. And honestly, I still love Cabana on Rewatch. I mean, to be fair, I watch it, there was a season that got me into Survivor, but I do have a soft spot. I'm one of those people that do have a soft spot for Cabana. Like, I do generally love that season. And there are some moments that do have those elements, like I know the Laundry just always has that one season that does kind of feel like Twilight Cabana, like would be season 8 Hell's Kitchen or Bieber at 9. This is definitely one of those seasons. But unfortunately, there are some elements that do kind of hold it back to where I just think this is still a decent season at best. I don't think there are still some fun elements, and it does have some solid moments. But I enough similar to Australian Survivor 2, honestly. It's a season I don't have too much to say about, even I don't think it's entirely forgettable. Like, anything that is kind of very close to fuck you, of course, you have similar. I also got to mention as Australian Survivor 2, but again, that season's not forgettable. There's an incident, the base of one Trump account, the first Trump council has someone give literally unanimously, but the person literally voted for themselves. Because apparently I think you can actually vote for yourself. And the way he tried, basically got this guy named Ben, who basically is probably the most boring character to be on Survivor, and he literally gets voted out next. They get the third Trump council where there was someone saying like an obvious boot, and then one person decided to betray this one person, and it's like, what? And that shows like, wait, what? Like they never even properly explained why they decided to vote on that person, and it kind of just comes out of nowhere. And throwing out the person is getting voted out next, and do you know how batshit crazy it is? There's basically two people that get voted out. There's basically instant wasted. Two people that got voted out in the merge basically ended up returning to the game at Final 3, which comes down to Final 5, and those two people become the Final 2. Which, giant justice, by the way, those two people end up becoming the Final 2. Two people got voted out, the first one being the winner who actually got voted on the first episode of Merge, then one person, which is Guy, then got Justin, who basically got voted a couple episodes later, and both of them returned to the season. They decided to go up the biggest blindside, figuring out David, who's probably one of the biggest characters and the biggest like presence of this season, honestly. And then we get to a tie vote between Justin and Nicole, who's honestly pretty much fine, honestly. They decided to have the jury vote out that person, and which ended up being Nicole, and then Guy and Justin become the final two. And personally, I think Justin should have won, honestly, and then the Guy, honestly. Like, and I don't think they really probably explain why he ends up winning, honestly. Like, and I just watched the season, I don't think they properly explained that, honestly. Is that just me, honestly? But it's with the cast I do have an issue with this season. That's the thing that does prevent this season from becoming like the greatness of Survivor the Bone. It's really, I don't think the cast is all that great, honestly. While I say Guy and Justin do have their moments, and David's probably the biggest standout character, Imogen has her moments, so even Wade has his moments, Gabrielle has her moments. Even the early boot Amber does have a moment, especially when she flips on the funeral person who is just fine. Again, the cast overall is just fine, honestly, but it's what prevents the season from being as good as it could have been, and at least batshit good as it could have been. And aside from those crazy twists that happens, there's just not much else you can really say about the season as a whole. So like, I'm happy I started to watch it, and I do think it's decent at best. I don't think it's obviously a bomb season. In fact, I do think it's much better than the last season we talked about. But again, I just don't have too much to really go into this season, so I'm gonna give Celebrity Survivor Vanuatu a 6.5 out of 10.